got the gold medal in javelin,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. Did you compete in any other events?
No, that's primarily what. I'm interested in the javelin because my wife and I officiate college track meets, and that's one of the events I officiate. So my wife surprised me by buying me a javelin.
Oh.
So that's why I owe it to her.
So you had never done it before?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that was how many? 4 years ago, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
4 years ago. So what kind of training do you go through? How do you learn that?
Well, I have a mentor from Central.
Okay.
His name is Mark Cwiek, and he's a former All-American, and he is a professor at Central.
Okay.
So I go over there. They have a throwers club called Dynamos, so they use the central facilities. So
Okay.
I go there, and then I usually practice here 3 times a week.
Okay.
When I'm getting ready for.
Here, you mean at your home?
Well, actually, I practice at an empty baseball field in the outfield. All I need is a large space that I can throw it.
So when did you decide to compete in the Senior Olympics?
Well, I've competed in something called the Michigan Masters and the State of Michigan Games, and last year I competed in the Michigan Senior Olympics.
How did you place at the national competition?
I didn't do as well because actually it's a national kind of event, so the competition is really good. Yeah. So.
Were you expecting to get the gold this year at the Michigan Olympics?
Honestly, no, because see this guy here, he is a very excellent javelin thrower, and I was fortunate to beat him this year.
Okay.
He'll be back next year.
Is that who got the gold last year when you took second too?
Yep.
So you two have been going back and forth.
And the year before, he came in 5th in the national, so he's very good.
So what is the secret to a good javelin throw? I don't really know what the technique is like or what goes into it.
It's let me try and think this a second. It's a very fluid motion. You cannot muscle it. It's a very light implement, and you have to do a fluid motion. And really, you know, my wife and Mark Cwiek have been really helpful in it. But the key thing is I owe it to cardiac rehab because has it been 8 years, Nancy? Yeah.
Since your heart attack?
Yeah, 8 years ago I had a heart attack, and hopefully it's the last time I ever fly in a helicopter in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, cardiac rehab had really, well, when you have a heart attack, you're very ambivalent about, you know, going back to physical kinds of things. So cardiac rehab really allowed me to build my heart back up and to be able to do all the things I do. I still teach at Ferris, and I can't recommend cardiac rehab enough because it's been so these two are my inspiration, but cardiac rehab is you know, built me up so I could feel comfortable and compete at this level. And we've talked about we probably will do this the rest of our life because to have this kind of environment, this is a great community resource. To have this kind of environment, if I had machines at home, I know there'd be excuses not to use it. And this is like an appointment, so you come and do it. And the nurses are great, very supportive.
So what was your reaction when you first received the medal, and I'm sure your wife was there, and what was that like?
It's just kind of neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you one of my reactions, so many, at my age, so many of my friends have bad shoulders or bad knees, and certainly a lot of them have had heart attacks. And just to be able to be out there and to be able to do this is a blessing. And at the National, we met so many really, really neat people in the National Senior Olympics. So to have that opportunity is really a blessing.